Wanted to go over smart plans and just to show you one smart plan as an example, right? Because sometimes people don't know how to use a smart plan because they don't know what they are. And once you see an example of them, at least for me, once I see an example, that's where like, oh, now I understand what they are, how they work. So I wanted to show you one um, in pretty detail. And that's why I'm only going to show you one this morning because we're going to work on smart plans. My goal would be to have agents that understand smart plans, that have business, that have things that they could use it, and to be able to mastermind and help create a library of smart plans. So that could be, very seasoned agents, and it could be those that are, I was going to approach MV from the PC side of things to see if this is a PC client project that they want to work on as well. So I'm open to masterminding with a variety of groups to get this done. All right. So what I wanted to go over is a smart plan that I've created for a home warranty, right? And you're like, what does home warranties have to do with real estate? So the smart plan, again, think about smart plan as a personal assistant, electronic personal assistant, meaning that anything that you do in a repetitive nature, like the same email, the same text, the same phone call, a series of emails, texts, and phone calls that you do in a repetitive nature. So as you're catching yourself sending that same email, except this time you are just typing it out over and over and over again. It's like, is there a way to save this email and put it in a place where I could just press a button and it would automatically then go to whoever I assign it to? So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to pull up this Word document that I created, and I'll be able to share this on the Facebook group page as well. So here's a scenario. We have a buyer. We'll use a buyer closing in this example. And as part of the negotiations for this buyer, we negotiated a home warranty for the buyer. And so what we've experienced in the past is, even though the the home warranty is purchased, and I use that loosely, agreed upon in the contract, it doesn't always get to the closing table, or sometimes it does get to the closing table, but the check's in the mail, the check doesn't get processed. And then 6 months later, the client does have an issue and they're like, hey, Joe, I had a home warranty on that. Do you still have that information? So A, they don't always save that information, and B, it could be months before they even look to use it. So what is a system that we can use to kind of like remind them over the next, let's say 40 days here in this example, that they do have a home warranty and they need to follow up with the home warranty company to make sure that the account is active? All right, so let's look at it in detail here. So this is a document that I'm going to be using and possibly tweaking and changing because just like everything else, processes change. So if we, 2 months from now say, hey, let's add another touch to this program, then I could just come to this document, tweak it in here, and then copy and paste it. All right, so this smart plan is going to run for about 40 days, and it's a 7-step process and 4 touches. In this case, all the touches are emails, right? You could, if you have Twilio, make it email text. You could add calls. So the smart plan will allow you to do email, text, phone calls, task. A task could be just a reminder for you to do something, right? If you're a part of a team, you can assign some of these things to come to and from other people from your team. All right, so the objective of this smart plan is to make sure the client who receives a home warranty uses it to its full potential, right? So this is the instructions that I have in a Word document about the home warranty. If you've never created a smart plan before, I've got a link in there to creating a smart plan. Watch a 6-minute video, all right? And then notes, do not just copy and paste messages. So I say that because you're going to see more and more agents sharing their smart plans in command. And sometimes it may or may not be personalized to you, or it might be personalized to them, right? I don't want you to copy a smart plan that says, thank you from Joe Green and his team, without you making those changes to say, oops, I need to have this say Mark or Ann or something else. All right. Other key things. If you are using Twilio, Twilio is the automated texting. You can do that. If you're not using Twilio, then my suggestion, here it is, not using Twilio, replace this step as a task to remind you to follow up with a text. So if you're not using Twilio, then you can still get a reminder to say, hey, send a text to Sam about this. And then when you see that task on your dashboard, you say, oh, I got to send a text to Sam, right? So you can do that. Merge fields, I'll show you what that is in command, but those are like, if you do like a mail merge where there's like first name, last name, address, phone number, smart fields, I'm going to call them, where it's going to pull that from the contact or pull that from your marketing information. Links, because this is a sample document, I don't actually have any links in this particular draft, but I wanted to just have a instruction page on top of all my smart plans going forward. And then, so for example, I'm going to put in your signature in my smart plans that I'm going to share with people. However, the smart plans that I'm going to use is actually going to have all my contact information. All right, so now let's get to the smart plan. We said it was going to be 7 steps and 4 touches, right? So here they are in kind of like a table of contents type of format, so it's easy to view. So day 1, it's an email. Day 2, or step 2 is a delay of 3 days. Step 3 is another email. Step 4 is a delay of 7 days. Step 5 is another email. And step 6 is a delay of 30 days. And then step 7 is another email. So you can kind of see what each step is, right? So this is just a high level, what are the steps? And then the next page is the details of that. Okay, so I like doing it in this format, and I think it's easier to see because if the delays are offset, right? So you can see, oh, these are delays, they're offset, and the true steps are 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, now if you wanted to customize it and add text in there, add a task, add a phone call, you're welcome to do so. I just wanted to quickly show you guys what this would look like. So now we're going to get to the meat of it, right? So day 1, it's going to have a subject. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull this out and do a side-by-side with this and command. Okay, so I've got command on one side and the Word document on the left-hand side. Okay, so now we're going to go into the smart plan. Oops. Move that over. We're going to go into smart plans. And I've got a couple of them here, so I just got to remember. So here's one that I have as an active smart plan, so as the home warranty. So I'm going to click on the pencil here to show you what it would look like. Okay, so we are going to do this side by side so you can kind of see that it does follow along. So the first step is an email. And the reason why I have subject here is because that is a field that you need to have saved or identified. Home warranty activation reminder, right? So on your side, if you only have this Word document, you can copy and paste directly into the smart plan, right? And then I'm just doing text messages. I'm not doing HTML code because that would require you to have created an HTML code in Designs. And if I created that, then you wouldn't be able to share it because you wouldn't have my same design in your command database. So to make this easier, we have to do this in a text-based format. All right, so then you have the body of the message here, and you can see here, and I've got it color-coded. So this is a smart field. right? If you were to, again, just copy and paste, it wouldn't show up as a smart field. And here's where smart fields are here. And I'll just click on that. You could see first name, last name, email, phone number. So whenever you see something that's highlighted like this, so I have it highlighted for you, as well as in the brackets. It's not a gang symbol. I'm trying to do brackets for you. With the brackets. So this will say hi, and if it was going to Ann, it would say, hi, Ann, congrats on your purchase. Now, if you don't like the word congrats, you can type it out and congratulations, right? Or whatever you want. So don't freak out over, I would never say that, right? This is just an example, and I have it in this format so that you could make changes to it on the fly. All right, so we don't have to read everything. I just want to show you where it says insert your signature, right? Because my signature is going to be different than your signature. So you can see here, mine has it as my signature, as my name, my brokerage, and pretty soon I'm going to change this to Keller Williams 1 Chicago. Anyway, that's my signature there. Obviously, you would put your signature in that part. Then I've got a delay of 3 days. And you could see why I did the offset, because when you're in command, it automatically offsets the delays as well. So just to try to mirror and match and make it look consistent, and for my brain to say, oh, it's offset, it's a delay, it makes sense. So you can see step number 2 is a delay of 3 days. If you want this to be 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, more power to you, you could change it right then and there. So step 1, next one is an email, right? And so in this particular one, so the first one is, hey, don't forget you have a home warranty, right? And to make sure that it's active by following up with the home warranty company. 3 days later, hey, strongly encourage you to rekey your house, right? Because you don't know who else had keys to that house or condo. The neighbor might have a set, dog walker, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, who knows who has it. If it was a tenant, who knows who they gave keys to, all right? So again, don't get too caught up on the message, but this is a real life scenario that we are actively using to remind people, right? So that we don't get a message 6 months from now to say, hey, Joe, who's our home warranty? And we just called the home warranty company and they say it's not active because they never got the check, right? So it'll avoid that type of embarrassing situation, because then what do you do? All right, so then you got your day 3 email, and again, you're just following along. And then we have another delay. You can see the delays here, match the delays here, right? So that's what it looks like. So now I'm going to minimize this and go back here, because we are able to save this smart plan. And let me go back home. So we actually published this smart plan. And let me show you where that is. So let's go to Smart Plans, right, and published. So right now we're in My Smart Plans. And now I'm going to go to publish, and you can see we actually publish this so that it's available to you, to other agents. Any agent right now can come into, and I'm going to open up another session over here. And I would encourage you to start looking to see what other people are doing in terms of, no, that's not what I wanted. So agents right now are saving their smart plans out into the command world. And there's going to be some good ones out there for you, for me. So I'm going to go to library now. Library is where you would go to look for various smart plans, right? So when you click on library, you have the 10 Keller Williams ones, right? These are ones that have been around since, the day of, forever. With this, since October of 2019. These have been around for over a year and haven't changed, right? So as you scroll down, you can see top rated ones. So these are top rated ones. So this is, George Kelly, Blake McClure, Connor Tuck. These are just random, not necessarily random. These are agents smart plans that they are sharing out to the public. So if you're a brand new licensed agent, so this is new to Keller Williams, new license versus new to Keller Williams experienced agent. So if you're brand new and you want to send an email blast, this might be an example of what you do. All right. So you can check on top rated. If you scroll down, you could do what's new. What's new? So you see people are starting to create tests and stuff like that. And you could see if, and I'm going to scroll back up here. There are 883 agents using this, 295 using this one, 104 using this one. And there's that 34 reviews, 50 reviews, 17 reviews. So you can kind of review them. Right now, they're all free. The thought was someone might say, hey, you know, I created this smart plan. If you want it, pay me $1, right? Right now, they're all free. I don't anticipate anyone actually trying to sell them because there's too many people just willing to give it away for free. All right, so then you can just scroll through, right? So then, you know, let's say you're looking for something specific. I'm going to search for warranty. Did I press enter? Give it a second. All right, home warranty. There it is. Look at that. Author, Joe Green. One agent using it. Oh, someone found it. It's really me. I'm using it. So if you were to search for a particular topic like home warranty, so let's take a look at the steps here. So you could view the steps before you add it to yourself, right? So you can see it's 40 days, 7 steps, 4 touches, right? Same as what we showed you earlier. Send simple email. Now, when you use your cursor and hover over it, it'll show you exactly what that's going to be. So hi, contact, first name. And notice at the very bottom, it says your email signature. So I created a copy of my smart plan. And instead of putting my signature, I actually put in the words your email signature, right? So someone now could come in and save this and add to smart plan. So I've already added it, so I'm not going to do that. So what, any thoughts, any feedbacks, any ahas? I just wanted to show you one and go a little bit deeper, but think about the workflows that you have and how you might be able to create a smart plan. So again, this particular smart plan is after the close, the buyer has a home warranty, and we've encountered several buyers from our past that had issues where the home warranty wasn't set up, or they didn't know that the various features that they had. They didn't know how to communicate with the home warranty program. And so this is 4 emails over the next 40 days after the close to kind of remind them 4 different times to check your home warranty, services that it includes, a testimonial of someone that used it, and it's asking for feedback at the end. The last one says, hey, let us know if you make use of your home warranty and let us know your experience. So there you go. Now you have access to that home warranty. So come and play around in here. So new agent. Oops. So take a look at the topic. Mortgage. Let's look at mortgage. Has anyone created a smart plan around mortgage, or more specifically, Keller Mortgage? Right? So again, it does take a minute, and this is going out there to all smart plans. So here's Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered Smart Touches. Keller Mortgage website for pre-approval. Keller Mortgage FU. I just had to say that. Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered. So you have 5 here, low rates, and you can kind of take a look. This one, 122 agents using it, 17 for 3 agents using it. You could take a look at the names. And then if you saw an author or an agent's name that you're like, wow, this is a good one, you could search by name, right? So let's go and see, are there any, did Joe Green create any other ones, right? right now I've just created that one so that we can get this launched. Right, so you can search by name. Let's say if you know who Marty Miller is, how many has he created? So he's created 5 as well. Right? So this, in my opinion, is a great tool for you guys to start thinking about smart plans. Automated, systematic reminders, touches, calls, emails that will help you perform your job at a much higher level. All right, so let me go back to smart plans real quick, because you're like, okay, you've created the smart plan. How do you add someone? So now that let's go to my people plan. So you see I've got 3 people active on this because we've had a couple closings of recent. All of them had home warranties. So now let's say every time I have a closing that has a warranty and I want to add them to the smart plan, all I have to do is go to add contact, search their name. I don't know if I've got Allie in my database here. She may have been moved. Let's see, is there Brian? Okay, let's add Brian to this. Add to smart plan. Okay, so it gives you the option to start it now. So let's say the closing is on Friday. I could have a step in my program that says start the home warranty program, but let's start it on Monday, right? We don't want to send it to the closings on Friday, the 20th. We don't want to bother them until, let's do it the 23rd. So you could start a smart plan at a future date. Right? So we have this set up. So you could, and then when would it send it? So on the 23rd, it would send them an email. 3 days after that, another email. 1, 2, 3, which would happen to also be Thanksgiving. And then another 7 days after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So December 3rd. And then January 3rd would be when they would get the last one there. Right, so for the next 45 days, you're setting up today for an event that's going to start on next Monday. All right, that's what I wanted to show you, and that's what I want to start masterminding with agents in the next upcoming months. Let's get going on this, and just wanted to show you one example just to get your thoughts in your mind as to how you might be able to use this. Okay. That's all I have for today, guys. Thank you for participating, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Joe. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.